Welcome back to Wargamers Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, where I'm going to talk about my thoughts and unbox the Bone and Darkness faction expansion set for Relicblade. Now, this faction expansion set in particular, is one that kind of half sold me on the game, mostly because I really like the style of the skeletons. The style of the skeletons. It's just, they're weird, they're a little cartoony, they're kind of comic book-like, but they just, I don't know, they scratch that itch of just like wanting some quirky, neat skeleton guys. Yes, I know I said skeleton, that's intentional. Or is it? Anyway, this is the expansion pack that contains the Bone and Darkness guys. Now, I have one thing I guess I want to mention about this, and is that to play these guys, you actually can just play with what's in here. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. If you're doing a continued campaign, it would be advisable probably to pick up an extra pack of the two skeleton guys and maybe an extra Dark Watcher. And the reason for that is that it gives you more options and you can kind of branch out with them. Now, that being said, I was very fortunate in that, I've been talking to Sean on and off here about his game and about the YouTube stuff and whatnot, and he was kind enough to send me an extra pack of two guys as well as a pack yak, because I didn't have the foresight to order it. I didn't think about it at the time, and then I thought about it afterwards, and he actually just had caught it, sent it for me, and is just a tremendously awesome dude. I can't say enough nice things about that guy. But anyway, let's open this up. So it actually comes in a very sturdy kind of weird sized blister pack, but it actually fits he designed this well. Like, he designed the packaging very well because it fits everything nicely, nothing gets damaged, that kind of thing. So we have the giant bone construct thingy, and basically the idea with this particular monster is you can feed things to it and it gets power from the health that it kind of sucks in. So it's a bad guy. I don't know anything about the game balance yet. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's really cool looking, and it'll see play for sure. So you get you get the Dark Watcher. It also comes with the other variant. So this model in particular has a bow version and a hitty version. One of them is a Dark Watcher, one of them is something else. The cards are in here, and I'll show you that in a second. Might be wise to get another one of this guy just so that you have both options. I don't know if you'd want to run multiples or not, so I'm still learning, but that's okay. You get your two skeleton guys, Skeleton Man 1 and Skeleton Man 2. Again, very cool looking models, very stylized. You're going to see me speed paint kind of a bunch of this stuff, so, well, if you watch it anyway. So you'll see a video like that come out at some point soon, but I really do like these, and they're probably one of my favorite models in the range. I just like them. Now it comes with this the packaging sheet, obviously, and inside the packaging sheet it tells us new rules, how constructs work, and a special scenario, which is the Dark Ritual. So in addition to the stuff you get in the regular rulebook, you get scenario rules inside of this expansion, which is actually quite nice. I don't know how I'm going to put it into my rulebook yet, but it will see use. And here's our tray thingy, along with our fancy pants, 10-card expansion. Now, this is sealed, and it's shiny. So these are two things I like, it being sealed and shiny. So there's, again, nice artwork on the front. It's the same art as the expansion. And all of these pieces are available separately. So, like, if you need more of these dudes, they're available separately. Need more of these dudes, they're available separately. This dude, available separately, and so are the cards. So you get a little bit of a break, I think like a $5 break or something like that from buying it in the pack. But if you knew for sure what you wanted, you don't have to get them all out in together as well. So I'm going to open this up because, new pack, fresh pack smell. Smells like printing ink. Yummy. All right, so again, we've got our two different card backs. On these guys, we've got these look like our upgrades. We've got Murder of Crows, which is an item, Mark of Violence, which is a weapon, Dark Machinations, Machinations, yeah, there we go, Reading, Bone Harvest, and Black Shroud. So these all do different things, and I don't want to spoil too much about what's on the card because I'm not sure if if Sean would prefer that or not, so I'm just not going to. And then we've got our 2 different Bone Stalkers, 2 different images. Now it does appear that they are the same. Yeah, they're the exact same layout. They're just 2 different pictures, so that can kind of help you differentiate which one's which when they start to take damage. And they're your basic skeleton guys. You've got a Dark Watcher with the Dread Maul, and he's a little more expensive. And then you've got the Dark Watcher with the bow, which is interesting because, well, I guess the Dread Maul is a little harder to hit with, but does more damage. Interesting. I don't know which one would be better. I want both. So I'm going to have to get at least another, probably 1 or 2 of these guys because they're really sick. And by sick, I mean cool and good. And then we've got the Bone Construct, which is actually not very expensive. I thought he'd be more expensive. But he's empowered by Bone Harvest. So he does cool stuff and is not afraid of anything. Either way, that's what comes in the Bone and Darkness faction expansion set. Do I have any complaints? Not really any complaints. I think it would be nice to know ahead of time if you're going to start a campaign and you're buying all this stuff all at once. It would have been a little bit better to know that you might want another couple skeletons, because there is an upgrade where you can kill somebody and turn them into a skeleton for your purposes. Now, it's not mandatory, so you don't have to do that, so you don't technically need them, but it would be just kind of nice to know. So that's kind of why I'm mentioning it. But otherwise, the whole expansion is just aces. It's just they're not terribly expensive. They're really cool looking, and you get enough stuff to, like, really, this is all you need to play the entire game. I mean, if you want to, when it really comes down to it, that's really all you need. So for $35, it's totally worth it. But again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the stuff, and catch me next time. I will be doing a speed paint video on these guys at some point. Not because I don't think that it's worth devoting a whole bunch of time and effort into painting them, but I really want to play this game, and I don't have a huge amount of time. So they're going to get painted up as quickly or as expeditiously as possible, and I'm going to get them on the table as soon as I can. So, again, Sean, if you're watching, freaking awesome, dude. Like, really, super awesome.